Hi, and welcome to Girl Talk. I'm Debi Lynes. I am here today with my gold friend, Misty Phillips. We just connected many years ago.
Yes, ma'am.
And we're reconnecting today, which is really, really fun. You're with Navion Senior Solutions, and I'm excited to chat with you a little bit about that. Of course, we had a few minutes to talk before the show started, so I got to catch up on everybody. And my gosh, I have to say, first of all, this is really important. Mason, your son.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead. What's he doing now? You got to tell everybody.
He's doing great. So after he graduated from International Junior Golf Academy in 2019, he received several scholarships to George Mason University in Fairfax, Virginia, which is up in the DC area, of course.
Woo!
And he went up as a business major, but he has switched to criminology with a minor in Homeland Security.
Ooh, that's kind of
and
exciting.
now he wants to be Secret Service.
But he's a scratch golfer. That's really the most important part. I mean, he's always been a heck of a golfer.
He's my 401k.
Exactly. There you go, Bruce. We're going to be talking to Bruce in a minute, so this is all tying together.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about Navion, because it's really interesting.
It is. It's a great company and a great concept. Navion Senior Solutions is a family-owned company out of Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay.
And right now we have about 18 communities, senior living communities all over the Southeast. They are growing rapidly, plan to expand by about 50% within the next 6 months. So we're moving very quickly on some acquisitions, which is very exciting.
Misty, tell me about the demographic of your folks. Who is really your perfect resident?
So we have 3 communities on Hilton Head, which is great. So we have independent living, and the demographics obviously are different for each of the levels. Independent living, which is basically renting an apartment with services.
Okay.
So that's for an independent resident who doesn't need medical care, who just wants to be in a community setting with socialization, engagement, activities, lots to do, and they don't have to do their laundry, and they don't have to cook, and they don't have to clean. So it's a beautiful concept.
I know, look at you and I were like,
Yes.
Okay.
I tried to move in, but I haven't met the age requirement yet. So I'm looking forward to that. So the second level of care that we have in our portfolio on Hilton Head is assisted living. And that is for people who can need little assistance or a maximum amount of assistance.
Such as activities of daily living, getting dressed, things like that? Okay.
Correct, absolutely. And then we also have a nurse on staff 24 hours a day.
Okay.
So she is in charge of personal care plans for each of these residents. And they're all, very person-centered, specific to that individual. We have such a large range of resident needs there. We have residents who live there who need literally no care. They have a car in the parking lot.
Sure.
They want to age in place. They know eventually I'm going to need it. I love Village Cove, so this is where I want to be, and they move in with no care. Then we have, on the other end of the spectrum, people who need full care, but we can accommodate that care because they don't yet or may never have a skilled nursing need. So as long as by regulations we can meet their need, and ethically and morally we can meet their need, then we want them as part of our family, and their families want them as part of our family.
Tell me a typical day for, let's say, someone in the independent and then in the assisted living.
Yes, sure. So they're very similar, actually.
Okay.
So everyone has exercise class in the morning. We do weights, chair yoga, chair Pilates, resistance bands.
Yes.
So that is a kind of a universal thing that we do at all 3 communities, and that includes memory care as well. So lots of activities go on in all 3. And then a typical day might be, followed by breakfast, and then possibly an activity, a Bible study, an outing of some sort. We do a lot of outings. We do picnics at Jarvis Creek.
Great. We
We go to movies now that COVID is over. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you.
And, we go bowling, and we do all kinds of activities. So, we really try to reach all 6 of we have 6 components of what we call care, and that's physical, emotional, spiritual, social, intellectual, and purposeful.
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
It's really amazing. I mean,
is.
those are wonderful core concepts for you all. Interesting. Memory care.
Yes, ma'am.
I know it's tough to find memory care. I did not realize you did
It is.
memory care. Are there criteria for someone who goes into the memory care units?
So yes, ma'am, we do require a dementia diagnosis.
Okay.
Now it can be a very early dementia diagnosis, but oftentimes people with very early dementia diagnosis will thrive in assisted living versus a memory care.
That makes sense.
So we're looking at the person on a case-by-case basis very deeply to discern what level of care would be best for their quality of life.
And what you said before, and they can transition
Correct.
as they need more assistance.
Yes, ma'am.
It's so great to see you.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. I'd like to know more about Navion. It sounds really fantastic.
It's a great company.
It sounds like it. Stay with us. There's more to come here on Girl Talk.